A very good afternoon to all of you. This is Mohsina Dawood presenting my paper in International Management Conference 2021 under the title Addressing Corporate Social Responsibility Demands in the Contemporary Era, a study of J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited. The co-authors are Aqib Bin Shah and Dr. Ziaul Haq, Senior Assistant Professor, Department of Management Studies, Central University of Kashmir. I would like to start with a brief introduction about the CSR. Corporate social responsibility has become an essential tool for the company by acting as a link between the rising expectations of the general public and the company's social performance. The concept was first highlighted in the year 1953 in the publication of Social Responsibilities of Businessmen by Howard Bowen. Then this concept gained popularity in 1990s. CSR implies the voluntary contribution which is made by the companies by involving in the activities that enhance the societal and environmental goals. The social responsibility of business consists of economic, legal, ethical, and discretionary initiatives aimed at fulfilling stakeholder expectations, as stated by Carroll in the year 1979. Corporate social responsibility has gained significant importance since 2014 in India, as Section 135 of Indian Companies Act 2013 made it mandatory for companies of a certain turnover and profitability to spend at least 2% of their average net profits for the past 3 years on CSR. Need of the study. COVID-19 has posed challenges to various organizations with regard to ethical conducts and CSR. During such critical period, the people across the world are showing commitment towards working together and supporting each other in every way possible. However, the banks are not exceptional. The stakeholders are demanding more on CSR initiatives of the banking business today. In the Indian context, most of the CSR studies have been conducted highlighting strategic policies of companies in the area of social responsibility. As the world is suffering from COVID-19 pandemic, there is a need to conduct the study in view of the CSR obligations and changing expectations of stakeholders from the companies. So in this backdrop, the present study investigates the CSR practices of J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited and the extent to which the bank complies with increasing demands arising from various stakeholders in view of COVID-19. Following are the two research objectives in this study. First is to find out the compliance of J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited with social responsibility demands of employees. Then, accordingly, with social responsibility demands of customers. Scope of the study. The banks need to deliver their CSR obligations during the COVID-19 pandemic, enhancing the positive effects and lessening the negative impact of their arrangements on society. In the present study, an attempt has been made to explore whether the J&K State Cooperative Bank is taking any steps to employee protection and customer caring across their branches in the Union Territory of Kashmir. A brief overview of the J&K State Cooperative Bank. The bank was established in the year 1917. At present, it has got 14 branches and it's headquartered in Rajbagh, Srinagar. The bank focuses on the inclusive and sustainable services in unbanked areas, which is substantially directed towards rural development. The main objective of the bank is to contribute to overall development of rural economy of the state by providing the loans at marginal rates. An overview of the review of literature. This is about CSR in banks, stakeholder theory and CSR. You can have a look at it. Then a brief literature about CSR and employees and CSR and customers. All these have been discussed in detail in the research paper. Now this is the proposed research model. We have got 4 variables, out of which CSR initiatives for employees and customers, they are 2 independent variables and 2 are dependent variables, that is employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction. Now the hypothesis which has been formulated. First hypothesis, CSR initiatives of the J&K State Cooperative Bank for employees are positively associated with employee satisfaction. Second hypothesis is that CSR initiatives of the J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited for customers are positively associated with customer satisfaction. The research methodology, the scale which we have used is Daigo-Turker CSR scale, and we have modified it using 5-point Likert scale. The research design is cross-sectional. The data was collected from the respondents during COVID-19 from September 2020 to November 2020. From the point of view of objectives, the current study is exploratory and descriptive in nature. The sampling design, it contains the information about target population, area of study, sampling frame, sampling method. Target population is the employees and customers of the J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited, and our area of study is the branch Budgam of the said bank. Then we have taken a sample size of 320 respondents, and the sampling method used is judgment sampling. We have used 2 methods of data collection, primary and secondary data. In primary data, we have used the structured questionnaire, and in secondary data, we have used the official website of the J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited and other research papers and available literature in the field. Now the sampling adequacy, it was checked using KMO, which is 0.795. And data analysis and interpretation, we have used explorative factor analysis. We have performed this explorative factor analysis within the model building framework of Here et al. 2006, and the 4 factors were identified, and they explain about 76.539% of the total variance. After this, we have performed CFA, conformity factor analysis, and the 4 constructs have been obtained after exploratory factor analysis, and the measurement model which has been obtained out of the CFA is this, which you can see having these model fit indices, and we achieved a moderate fit. And we have used it. We have used AMS 23.0 for performing this structure equation modeling. Now this is the measurement model. And reliability and validity. Reliability of the scale was checked using Cronbach alpha, which is about 0.729, and validity was checked using conversion and discriminant validity methods. Conversion validity was calculated using AVE concept, which was found to be more than the acceptable level, that is 0.50 for all the constructs, and Fornell and Lacker 1981 was used to ascertain the discriminant validity, which depicted that the correlation coefficient for all the factors is less than square root of AVE. Now this is the structural model. This is the first part of the model, which is throwing light on the CSR initiatives for employees and CSR initiative for customers as independent variables, and then then this employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction, they are the dependent variables. First part of the model highlights the relationship between the CSR initiatives for employees and employee satisfaction. Then this part of the model highlights the relationship between the CSR initiative of customers and the satisfaction level of customers. These are the model parts. Now results from hypothesis testing. Both the hypotheses were accepted. They show the positive impact of CSR initiatives for employees, and positive impact of CSR initiatives for employees on employee satisfaction, and the second hypothesis also accepted, showing the positive impact of CSR initiatives of the bank for the customers on the customer satisfaction, as the beta values are significant. Beta value in case of first hypothesis testing is 0.385 and p-value is less than 0.001, and in the second case it is equal to 0.301 and p-value is less than 0.001. Now, conclusion. Our study provides evidence of the influence of bank CSR practice on a critical group of stakeholders, namely employees and customers, in ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The study results are supported by the literature which has been cited above. So both the hypotheses are supported by literature. The bank employees were highly satisfied by the healthy and safe working conditions provided by the said bank in view of COVID-19 pandemic. The customers, especially those whose loan repayment period was extended in view of COVID-19 pandemic, they were extremely delighted by such CSR initiative of the bank. Now, suggestions. CSR programs should be well organized because most of the customers are not well aware about the CSR programs of the bank. Managers should ensure that the bank CSR initiatives are in tune with the rising demands of stakeholders in view of ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Furthermore, it's of vital importance that the bank establish a separate CSR department so that autonomy is granted to the department for carrying out various CSR programs in a more planned and organized manner. Now, implications of the research. We have got both implications theoretical as well as practical. In theoretical implications, you would see the present study reflects the stakeholder theory by depicting the significant relationship between the business and its stakeholders, namely employees and customers. Academicians, business leaders, and government policy makers, they can evaluate the effectiveness of their current CSR policies in tackling the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic is still spreading at a very rapid pace in different areas, so there is a severe shortage of medical and safety equipment like masks, goggles, PPEs. During this period, the CSR leaders should focus on health and safety needs of employees and providing essentials to its customers. Now, the research limitations. The first limitation is that this research was conducted only in the banking industry, and that too pertaining to one bank, that is J&K State Cooperative Bank Limited. Due to time and cost constraint, the study was conducted on 2 stakeholders only. There are other stakeholders left on which the study can be conducted. Then directions for future research is that this study focused only on 2 stakeholders. More research could be conducted on other stakeholders like government, this shareholders, etc. And the other direction for future research is to identify emerging CSR opportunities and challenges of the companies in the long run post coronavirus. This was all from me. Thank you. Thank you for your precious time.